Alright guys, welcome back to Gilded Gaming and Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. We are working on the 4.2 main story quest today. See if we can't make some more progress and see what's going to happen here next in the game. Here we go. Get right into it. Tidings from the east. I don't know how to greet people. Elon, great timing. I was just about to send word to the Scions. I've got lots to tell you. The Council has officially recognized the Resistance as our standing army, and I expect you can guess who's been appointed commander. Suffice it to say, we're in good hands. Having the Bull of Alamigo at the helm done wonders for morale. People were dancing in the streets when the announcement was made, and we'd have you in the Sultana to thank for it. If you hadn't worked your magic, we'd have never contemplated following his heart. The Council has also decreed that we're to maintain a presence at Rogger's Reach. Lise will continue to lead our forces in the fringes, a job she's been doing tirelessly, a bit too tirelessly, some might say. We're constantly having to remind her to rest before she falls over. That's an exaggeration, and I'm always get up again. Anyway, we can hardly afford to lower our guard now. Not after the latest brush with Lakshmi. Speaking of which, we've been keeping a close eye on the Kelana, and it looks like they've chosen a new leader. It's Shanti's daughter. You know, the half-dead one? For whatever reason, the Kelana thought she was the best candidate, which makes them leaderless, basically. As things stand, there's no prospect of engaging in talks, let alone coming to an understanding. But I won't let that stop me. I'll keep on reaching out to them until they finally see sense. Just like I've been reaching out to Fordola. She won't meet my gaze still, but she's given up on trying to ignore me. It may only be an odd grunt, but at least she's responding. I'll get through to her yet. Elheim, there you are. Alphino, Alize, is everything alright? We've received word from Tataru. Hancock has apparently acquired information of great interest and urgency. More than that, she didn't say, only that we should come to Kugane right away. I had a mind for the two of us to set forth together, but Alize is determined to make it a party of three. As I've told you more than a dozen times, brother, my wounds are quite healed and I would benefit from some fresh air. Besides, you may all well need an extra pair of hands. Worry not, sister. I've given up on trying to convince you. Whether we be 2 or 3, we should depart as soon as possible. You'll be joining us, I trust. I was about to say I'd come too, but I'll just have to settle for cheering you on from afar. Good luck with whatever it turns out to be. Thank you, Lise. Rest assured, this business should prove to be even tangential concern to Alamigo. We shall be sure to inform you without delay. Let us be off then. Hancock and Tataru await us at the Rue Bazaar offices. What's up, Nova? The Alpha Escape. I'm gonna go ahead and queue us up for that. Boom. And let's keep moving. It was less than 5 minutes. Yeah, I've never been to Cape Cod, but I've heard good things. Greetings, honored madam. May I show you in? Final Fantasy XIV free-to-play doesn't cost money to get and play. It costs money to get it, and it has a subscription fee, but you can play up to like up through the original game and the Heavensward expansion for free.
My friends,
Those are really good free trial.
Such short notice.
Like dozens and dozens of hours of gameplay to get through the free trial. So you definitely can try the game out for free. My friends, thank you for coming such short notice.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yugari and Soroban are also involved.
Yeah, voice acting.
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
My apologies. Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Of course, of course. Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual.
Oh, okay.
The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu.
I beg your pardon?
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her. We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu.
So we're gonna find Yotsuyu, which means we're gonna find Gosetsu too, so that's awesome.
But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Indeed.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
Hancock has been nothing but helpful ever since we've met him. This super helpful bro. But I can't help but expect him to backstab me at some point. I'm just waiting for him to do it.
While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them. I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
Yep.
Thank you. If Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear. Hancock, is there aught else you can tell us?
Alas not, but I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garleans' movements and more besides.
Guy's always so shady. The informant awaits your pleasure in the back streets of Sanjo Hanamachi. From the shining facade to the dark underbelly, few know Kugane as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. I don't have a bad feeling about this. Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she is ready to sail. I'll give Soroban a hand. If he's providing us a ship, it's the least I can do to supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. Welcome offer and an excellent plan. Without further ado, let us seek out this informant in Sanjo Hanamachi. Alright. I'm glad we're getting Gosetsu back. I wonder what they're gonna do with Yotsuyu. She's not exactly as understandable as the butcher. Like, not that the butcher is excusable, but like I could see them redeeming Fordola. I don't know what they would do to redeem Yotsuyu. What are they gonna do with her? Well, let's find out. We're already over that less than 5 minute wait, huh? This should be the place. Now we wait and see who comes. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, a long while indeed. Oh god, this guy. I knew it. Gyodo. Any funny business, you know what will happen, I trust. No funny business. Only loyal service and finest quality information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. No, but then Hancock already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. Have a mind to call Lise. No, Lise. I beg you, no boots. I'll tell you everything I know for free of charge. The Empire searches for Yotsuyu, high and low, far and wide. Come to enlist my help, they did, promising rich rewards for decisive information. And have you decisive information? Were the two individuals cited here indeed Gosetsu and Yotsuyu? Alas, see them with my own eyes I did not, but the Imperials are confident. Yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. But here is something they do not know, a rumor which you'll find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rognan samurai appeared on Kogane Dori with a beauteous maiden and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. It was no common katana either, but one of surpassing craftsmanship. Well, that is interesting. Assuming it's true, do you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No. Regrettably, I do not have a working relationship with the master of Shofuku Shichiden. Now, why would that be, I wonder? If it didn't know better, I'd say he'd lent you money. He will help you, I'm certain. While you speak with him, I will make contact with my Garlean connections and learn what I can of their progress. A glimpse of the blade, that is all I need to be sure. But is it wise to let the Namazu out of our sight? No, he'll betray us. No more betrayals, no more boots. To divide our forces is simply more efficient. He's right. Given the urgency, we would do well to split up, and so I will go with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. Yes. We will go together. There will be no boots. Let's be about it then. Good luck with the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Rue Bazaar offices are, I prefer fresh air. Alright. I believe Alize has her task well in hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? One quest down. I don't know how many quests there are in patch 4.2, but one done. A lot of the patches seem to be around like 10 quests. You have learned the emote greeting. Okay. Wait here, green tea set. Okay. Everything in order? Then let's proceed to Kogane Dori to find the master of Shufoku Shikijin. Okay. Kogane Dori. The sword in the storeroom. The sword in the stone, but it's in the store. They have more than one pawnbroker. We might have had a customer like the one you described. We may people come through. It's difficult to remember. Perhaps you could jog my memory by making a purchase. No, well, you can't blame one for trying. So it doesn't seem to be the pawnbroker you seek. Rogden Samurai and a maiden, never seen him. Now, if you have any business with me, make your way for someone who does. No. Welcome, good madam, welcome. Will you be buying or? Ah, so you've heard tell of the Rogden Samurai's katana. Small wonder, it is a fine example of its kind. One moment. Dear, I hoped you found our prom booker. Excellent work, Elheim, and that is the katana. There can be no doubt it's Kosetsu's blade. The craftsmanship is exquisite, is it not? And you'll be pleased to know that the pledge has just expired. I should be glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin, but it is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and it's priced accordingly. But if you are serious, I suggest you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed an interest. The blade represents conclusive proof of Kosetsu's survival. I suppose this could be considered a necessary cost in securing his safe return, yet it is not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation has scarce begun to rebuild. I'll pay for it. Nay, my friend, grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot ask this of you. It is enough to know that Kosetsu is alive and well. Yugiri, wait, the Scions will buy the katana. Pray consider it a gift. Master Alphino, your kindness is touching, truly, yet in matters of coin, would Mistress Tataru not expect to be consulted? Come now, our friend would never have relinquished this blade were the need not great. And are we not bound by honor to help a friend in need? I say we are. And I'm sure Tataru will wholeheartedly agree. Laptop getting really hot, going to have to log out until your normal spot is open. Gotcha. Alright, Nova. It's settled then. You have made a wise choice, my friend. Such pieces are few and far between. Now, if you be so good as to come this way, I shall prepare for the necessary papers. If I may ask, sir, after he visited your establishment, do you perchance know where the old samurai went? He's our friend, and we would return his weapon to him. A friend of yours, you say? I see. Well, then. I suppose there can be no harm in telling you. No sooner had I provided with the requested sum than his pretty young companion began clamoring for dango. I duly recommended those served in Umineko Tea House, and thither did they set off. Clamoring for dango? Can these truly be the same people? It makes no sense. Some manner of code, perhaps, but it avails us not to speculate. Let us go to this tea house and see if we can pick up their trail. Okay. Yeah, I'd have to requeue for the raid. I don't know, we can wait until we have the party together to do the raid, you know? I can just do the main story tonight. But of course I remember. How can I forget a pair like that? The most beautiful girl you ever see scoffing down dango like as if her life depended on it? While the old samurai looked on, not quite what he expected, I'll wager. Far be it from me to gossip about my customers, but he was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea, out of the reach of her family, no doubt. When the girl had finally had her fill, they set off in the direction of the Shiokaze hostelry, presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. But Kosetsu waits for Doma. With this woman who travels with them, the more I hear about her, the more I wonder if she can truly be Yotsuyu. That's 2 quests down. Flying through this. While doubts remain over the identity of Kosetsu's traveling companion, for now we can but follow the trail. Come, let us away to the pier and make ready to sail. With luck, Alize will have already joined Master Soroban and Mistress Tataru there. So we only have like a couple trials and what, 4 more battles in Omega left of raiding to do for this expansion, so I mean, we don't have to do raiding every night. We got plenty of main story to work on. If you can't do it right now, we can wait until next time. You know? Omega ain't going nowhere. Now, if I get into a dungeon or a trial in the main story, I'm just going to do that. Excellent timing, my friends. Mistress Alize arrived mere moments ago. All went well at my end. Gyoto met with an Imperial officer who wheedled his way into some new information. Seems the troops who recently arrived in Kugane came directly from Galdemald. The Imperial's base here must have been kept in the dark. And that's not all. A contingent of the aforementioned troops are prepared for deployment into the Ruby Sea. If I didn't know better, I'd say they picked up Gosetsu's trail. And your information matches ours. We are quite certain that Gosetsu seeks to cross them to the mainland. Okay. I'm sorry, did I hear that right? You used Scion funds to buy Gosetsu's katana at the asking price? Hi, well, we were in some haste and it seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here is the contract of sale. Pray see that the man is paid. Thal's beard, you agreed to this? Give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. You'd best be on your way. But Alphino, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the offices as soon as you get back. Promise me. Oh, very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I return. First, let's go to the Ruby Price. If Gosetsu has already set sail, the sentries there are sure to have seen him. Okay. Your spot is free, but you still need to cool down the laptop. Alright, take your time, man. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Looks like I got a duty. Itaru seemed rather vexed, did she not? Ever the melodramatist. I'm sure our finances can stretch to a single sword. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when next we see her. Ah, but I digress. We have work to do. Just unlocked a new raid that you'd not known about, the Great Hunt. That sounds cool.
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries.
Okay.
What's going on out there?
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy. We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
Dude's name is Ikaruga. Nice. It's a fun game.
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy, but with Doma lost to them, why would they attack?
Unless
Yotsuyu is on that island.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
We will help them while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that clear?
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Soroban, we may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It shall be done.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
God. He just like belly flopped into the water.
An opening. Your defense is lacking. Leave this to me.
Old man's at the top. Yeah, there he is.
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Oh shit.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Gosetsu!
Alright.
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan. Eliminate hostiles. All forces, attack!
Dance off, bro. Let's go. He's gonna blow himself up. Alright.
the art of my forebears.
Shit.
Focus. Release!
Duty complete. All right.
Gosetsu, thank the heavens.
Yugiri, my friends, the Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
Do not be afraid, Suyu. These people are my friends.
Does she have amnesia?
Friends.
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by.
Oh my god, they Titanicked it.
Of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time?
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave. But it offered precious little protection against the foe. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, aye. And I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard. Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
Judge what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
Okay. As Tatsui says, we should move on. It would not do for Yotsuyu to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she'll already be waiting for us with that boat at the nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. The Yotsuyu has amnesia. There's gonna be an argument about whether they should punish the person that doesn't even remember their crimes. Oh, so Minus, you were saying that if I pre-order the new expansion, I'll get a new earring to replace my old one? It's kind of nice. I really should pre-order it at some point. I'm certainly planning on playing it. Welcome back, Nova. Go Setsu, thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. It was all I could do to restrain her. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Elheim is, anything can happen in the chaos. But enough about me. We need to talk about her. Greetings? You know, I've never done anything with that tower still yet. They tell me you've lost your memory, and that's fine. But I want to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you, not for a moment. This tower back here, we haven't done anything with that yet. These people are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? I am. They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have not to fear. I mean, she might have something to fear. Alright, if you say so. Right. Since past time we set sail, I for one would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause. Aye, and the longer we tarry, the more we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget the Red Kojin bear no love for Yotsuyu either. I should deliver you to familiar shores, but near Asari, but out of villager's sight. Yeah. No one on this continent wants to see Yotsuyu. Not the continent, but like, no one in this entire country is going to take kindly to seeing Yotsuyu alive. Here is where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventfully. Elheim, when you are not otherwise occupied, I would speak with you about my next business venture. Okay, Minus. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to get those. I mean, obviously, I might as well pre-order it. I'm certainly going to be playing it. It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say so lightly. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present a fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffers and restore the smile to Mistress Tataru's face. Oh, come along, Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you think, plainly. A blade like Gosetsu's is worth a fortune, enough to buy a house and furnish it. Which you would know if you'd bothered to check the price. What? I had no idea. This business venture of Sorbonne's, you will give it a fair hearing, I trust. He's been good to us after all. As for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. How much did he think the sword cost? So this Sorbonne thing, is this the turtle people beast tribe quest, or is this like something else? Minus. Right. Trial series. Oh, okay. Yeah, we want this. Sorbonne is about to present you with the proposition you'd be fool to refuse. Well, I don't want to be a fool. You would know more of my ventures? Excellent. I should be glad to tell you all I know. But perhaps it would be easier to let our anonymous client speak for herself. Here is their missive. For the Ruby Sea and all who call her home, we seek the aid of the warrior who laid low the Lord of the Revel. But first we bid her make haste to Hell's Lid and quell the Oni that dwell within its deepest depths. Should she succeed in this test, we shall speak of the true endeavor to consummate the reward. And consummate reward. A strange proposal, aye, and though it must be noted that they knew both your deeds and our part in them. The Red have no love of trickery, so I doubt this is a trap of theirs. And should this client have honest intentions, then for the sakes of the waters I may behoove us to engage them further. As for their test, enclosed with the missive is a magic dagger, along with instructions on how it may be used to open a hidden passage into the depths of Hell's Lid. I should mention that this dagger is old and exceedingly valuable. That our client was willing to entrust it to us without a guarantee of our cooperation bespeaks considerable wealth, and more importantly, considerable reward. If you are willing to undertake their trial, I shall journey to Hell's Lid and prepare to open the path. But given the financial incentive, I think it for the best if I went and fetched Mistress Shitaru. Wait for us there, then. Was Hell's Lid the tower thing? Elation and trepidation. One sec, guys. I'm gonna grab some drink. Alright, I'm back. Okay. We must meet with Lord Hien as soon as possible, and though I may have not at the Enclave, I'll send word requesting that he receive us at the House of the Fierce, where there are fewer prying eyes. If all are in agreement, I shall scout ahead and see the way is clear. Pray follow as swiftly as you're able and join me at the outskirts of Namai. Okay. Knocking on heaven's door. All is well. Good. The others are hiding nearby. Let us proceed quietly, if you please.
My Lord Hien, I am returned.
Save your tears for the morrow. For we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep fell down around us. At that moment, in your smile, I spied a shred of hope, one which I have clung to ever since. Gosetsu, full glad am I to see you alive and well.
We have played this scene before, have we not? Though this time our roles are reversed.
That they are. Meaning you know how I feel. Wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend. Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications. Rise, my friend. Tell me everything. The Empire is bold indeed to send a token force to engage the Confederacy.
As acting Viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Garleans will not soon give up the chase.
Nay, it'll end with her capture or her death.
Are you a friend too?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Must suck to have to be the one to decide this.
Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
Yes, my lord. Come.
No, I don't want to. Don't let her take me away!
It's all right, Tsuyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl and listen to Yugiri.
From a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel. If this is an act, it is a remarkable performance.
I wonder if she's faking it. I wouldn't put it past Yotsu. Thank you for delivering Gosetsu back to us in one piece. We are lucky indeed to have friends who would journey to the other side of the world to help us, and repeatedly at that. We have much and more to think about, but as regards the Empire, we cannot but watch and wait. Now then, seeing as you've come all this way, you must allow me to show you around the Enclave. I would not have you thinking we've been idle in your absence. The rebuilding effort proceeds apace, and I'm pleased to say we are now ready to welcome home our countrymen who were displaced by the war. Should they so desire it, there is a place here for those who fled to Eorzea. We should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lord Hien, and I have no doubt that your subjects at Revenant's Toll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. Oh, it's nothing. I just thought that Gosetsu and Yugiri would be back by now. Speaking of. Forgive me, my lord, but Captain Jufia is nowhere to be found. Oh? He was here when I arrived. For now, we have taken Yotsuyu to a private chamber and assigned another to watch over her, my lord. But I find it passing strange that the captain should leave his post with nary a word. Maybe he saw Yotsuyu and decided to go tell some other people. That does seem most unusual. If you mean to look for the man, we would be happy to assist you. We should be glad of the help. While I search without, mayhap you could ask our soldiers here if they know anything. I'll join you. With respect, my lord, you should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you will be better able to coordinate our response. There I was thinking I was in charge. But you have the right of it. Go on then. I'll mind the house. Okay. You see, the captain, he passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone. As it happens, he did not look well, you see. I asked if what was the matter, and he told me the past had caught up with him. I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. They confirm the data center travel feature coming in a few months will allow you to run duties with people from other data centers. Sweet. Captain Jufia. He was headed for the northern entrance when I saw him last. I was going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggested as much to Mr. Salize when she came asking earlier. Something amiss? Probably. Probably. Aye, the captain went outside some few bells ago, and looking quite unwell, I am sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straightway struck out after him. I hope they will be alright. Gosetsu too, it seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire is plotting. You go on, Elheim. Alphino and I shall hold on the fort. Okay.
By the Kami! Your Lord Ian, leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
Okay.
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
Oh.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment. Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. She may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her. He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her, but I knew she would be popular, and so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of Acting Viceroy.
Which one of the courtesans do you want? Ooh, that one with the dead eyes.
Well, you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became. Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath. Then as now.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, Yugiri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
I am in your debt.
Who is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
Forgive me, now is not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. Elation and trepidation. So far, it seems like this whole patch is about getting Gosetsu back. And what to do with Yotsuyu, basically. Thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifuyu had led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it's not my place to judge. I will only say this. Jifuyu had never been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Or has ever been a man of courage. Even now, Yotsuyu casts a shadow over the realm. But the question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. 4 quests down. Storm on the horizon. Oh boy. While you were out searching for Jifuyu, I received word from our shinobi allies an Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Our visitors' objectives remain unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminus. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way, so we should keep our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, Elheim, can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Alizé and I will fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the land of our friends and allies. We would be glad for the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. And I would have you reassure them, and should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well, we shall depart at once. Do take care. I'm really looking forward to getting through these main story quests from the patches, because I am dying to know what Shadowbringers is about. I don't have any clue what's going to happen in Shadowbringers. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. If you are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Elheim and Yugiri. Well, well. Guard duty and not a breath of protests. Now I've seen it all. To Castrum Fluminus then. Let us find out what the Empire's game really is. Okay. go from the mine. So, have they announced when the new expansion's coming out yet? Do we have like a release date? The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose is, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. November 23rd. Okay, we got plenty of time then. I say we'll probably be playing through the end of Stormblood through May and into June. But come July, for sure, we'll be in Shadowbringers. And I mean, it won't take us but a couple months to finish it, so well before November. We should be ready when the time comes.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say?
Empire wants to talk?
Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
New character. Maybe? Who is this?
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
Ambassador, huh?
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
Oh.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, his radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Doma.
Interesting.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
I love how this guy's showing up for peace, and the name of the quest is Storm on the Horizon. Also, this guy's Maxima. This guy doesn't get a name. Screw this guy. We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go ahead to Yuzuka Manor and docks and see that the ferries are ready. It makes sense. The Empire can't fight everyone at once. Might as well make peace with some of these people. But before they sent her brother as an ambassador of peace, they sent in an attack squad to, like, quote unquote, rescue her. I don't know. Wait, what? Oh. Passed it. Lord Heen and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. Dr. Robotnik. Oh my. We can't fly here. Ooh. What's this quest? Precious Reclamation. It's a rare honor indeed to receive heroes such as you. Pray allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kozakura, and I manage the accounts of the Shazinkai. Oh, but you must be unfamiliar with our organization. Forgive me, forgive me. At present, we are largely concerned with facilitating the reconstruction and revitalization of the Enclave. Needless to say, we have our work cut out for us. It's quite fortuitous, actually, that you being here. I had a mind to petition your assistance. Ah, right you are. It's rather difficult to converse with one staring at one's feet, as you would doubtless benefit from an explanation. As you may know, the Enclave was once the economic and cultural center of Doma. Alas, it suffered terrible devastation at the hands of the Empire, both during and following the failed rebellion yesteryear. That it and other ruins might stand as a testament to the folly of the Resistance, extensive reconstruction was forbidden by the Imperial Viceroy. Of course, that is no longer a concern. At long last, we are free to rebuild the Enclave and restore it to the heart of our once great nation and show the world that Doma lives on. Is this like the Ishgardian restoration thing? But as I said before, we have our work cut out for us. We have limited funds and material resources, not to mention lack of skilled craftsmen. Which brings me back to the matter I wish to discuss with you, that of our brothers and sisters in Eorzea and refugees that settled in Revenant's Toll. I'm given to understand that they worked so closely with the local leadership to build and maintain much of the settlement, many new trades before they left. Those that did not doubtless learn they might earn their keep. If they were to return home and aid us in the reconstruction effort, it would be a tremendous boon. Would you be willing to speak with them on our behalf? Elheim, take an interest in the Shazen Kai. Well, it seems a good time as any to discuss the matter. I'm grateful beyond measure to you and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn for welcoming Ugiri and my people at their hour of need. As the beneficiaries of this kindness, they have made every effort to repay you and the people of Revenant's Toll. Nevertheless, we are here to bear a responsibility as well. Kozakura, if you would be so kind. Yes, my lord. We will send them a considerable gift. As a gesture of gratitude and goodwill. However, I would like that missive to be delivered to the Adventurers Guild representative in advance. If you were to personally hand it to the man, I would be honored. Excellent. I know I can count on you, my friend. Pardon my interruption, Kozakura. I look forward to seeing your progress. Oh dear, I hope we didn't disappoint him. Anyway, I'll not hold you. Thank you again for your assistance and safe travels. And so we can take care of this later. Let me grab the quest we have it in our log. Yeah, we haven't attuned with this one. So is this kind of like the Ishgardian restoration, or is this just like a different thing? There you are, Elheim. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say I'm quite proud of my countrymen and have accomplished in the time. We even have an Aetheryte now of the Onishishu. Courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But onto the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Just a minor side quest to build the place up more. It will serve to send a... Okay. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphino and Alize will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. But the other choice is also yes. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kian Khan, and the guards will see you in. Okay. Kind of reminds me of like so like in Heavensward they introduced this rebuilding thing, and then in this one's like, oh, there's a rebuilding thing again, although maybe not as in depth, right? It reminds me like in WoW they what was it? It was, I don't remember if it was Warlords of Draenor or in one of the expansions they introduced having like a base where you could do quests from it and you could work on building it up and blah blah blah, a garrison, right? And then from then on like we started having like something garrison like in every expansion, you know. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yep. Ishgard restoration wasn't added until Shadowbringers. Gotcha. Oh, it's new. Ish. What are these guys up to?
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks.
How much you want to bet one of their stipulations for peace is that they get Yotsuyu?
Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Doma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
I'm going to police the Korgin to keep them from summoning.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korgin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates.
I feel like they're teaching us about inner Garlean politics now, which leads me to believe that we're going to be heading into Garlemald in the near future. And I'm hoping that's what Shadowbringers ends up being.
Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange.
Yeah, they want y'all to. Who are they offering?
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
That's the only one they actually want.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
What are they scared of Yotsuyu revealing? Like, I mean, I get she has like some Garlean secrets or what have you, but they're going through a lot of trouble to get her back, and they never seem to care about her before. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't quite know what to make of it all. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem like a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? And they had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might be all a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been an acting viceroy, but she's not Garlean or even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, are you well acquainted with the Empire's methods? I'll have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to take it and give it due scrutiny. Indeed. Though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the Kami knows when it will afford another. But ere we continue, shall we discuss these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Elheim. Let's leave Alphino to dispense with his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alize company. We're safe enough for now. Okay. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Elheim. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question, what to do while they prattle on. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. If not, it's not as if we will be missed here. Or will we? Elheim, a moment if you would. Ah, Yugiri and Asahi, was it? Do you have some business with Elheim? Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration, one could forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our own common enemy. Lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me to not at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, and the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? Sure. In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yangsha. Might we start at the town of Monzin? I would like to see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you'll follow me. His forgotten home. Okay. Discovered a new location. 54,000 XP. Damn. Nay, can this truly be Monzin, home to the cream of Doma's samurai? I had heard Yotsuyu intended to send some few of her automata here, but only by way of warning. I should never have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for these senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. Okay. A travesty, a travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful in the light of the setting sun. I would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day when we have finished helping our people rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must, of course, come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you'll follow me, I will ready our boat. What are the people of Namai going to think when they see an Imperial? Another duty. All right. Ready to cast off? Here we go. Are there any dungeons at 4.2?
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble. Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Did not realize he's an Imperial and he's dressed in the uniform. No reaction. Oh, he's being attacked right now. Let's take care of these guys first. A couple of red Kojin shouldn't take too long. He says before dying, right?
Away with you! It is nothing. Leave this to me.
No quarter.
An opening.
I have you.
The art of my forebears.
Taste my steel.
Okay. Cool.
seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Not about that. True reform can only come from within.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
It's weird having everybody know my history, you know? Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views of our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. Few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least few who live to tell the tale. Another quest done. Guilty conscience. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Namai? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in an imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. That, or he really just wanted to save that kid and see me fight, and he hired the Red Kojin to be here to begin with, and he didn't really want to ever go see the town. But maybe I'm just cynical. Maybe. It's just possible. Oh, right over here. Actually, we can get in here. Starting to wonder if there's a dungeon in this expansion. I feel like all the other patches have had a dungeon or a trial at least. But so far we're just having duties. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you, and I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Hey, there's Minus. Maybe we're coming up on a dungeon. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. What's up, Minus? You are expected, my lady. Shall show you in. That was a short quest. Oh, those guys are tall. Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yangsha. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make her full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details, so please, tell us how it all unfolded. The Red Kojin here. Have there been any such incidents since the liberation? Not that I'm aware of. If they're planning some new venture here in Yangsha, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off, but tell me, don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I still don't think he can be trusted. And the question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to play in his game, for now at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was that very question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain the act of summoning exhausted their stores of aether, making subsequent summoning impossible. Assuming that this is the case, preventing the primal return relies on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of aether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunshin and his people. With their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Populares gain favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right, one which has weighed heavily on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
He's gonna say it's his fault that she had to live that horrible life.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why, Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard.
So he's gonna try and knock her to the Empire?
Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
If you're faking it, Yotsuyu, you better keep faking it.
Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Okay. Rise of a new sun. With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize all other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. You know, I wonder what Asahi's reaction is going to be when we're like, okay, cool, we're doing this, but you can't have the Viceroy.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango. How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. We got Yuri, like, spying on him, right? We got it. It's like not a private conversation, is it? I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Tsuyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I am a stranger to her. That much is clear from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement, of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yangsha. This will take time, of course. Of course. You may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We also have we will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there's no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Okay. Gosetsu, as before, I leave Yotsuyu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. The ambassador's ship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
It's been a strange interaction with the Empire this whole patch.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be
a face.
Reckoning.
The face! Look at this guy. Excuse me? Oh, we're gonna get memories.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
Oh, Xenos.
Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
Oh, wrong decision. Well then.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
What's the point of revealing his intentions now?
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
Okay.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance.
Sorry, I can't take this guy seriously.
I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
Okay. What's your plan here? You still helped them out. I don't get it. You don't like the Warrior of Light. Okay. Okay.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
He clearly doesn't like me. It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, his possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the woman who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Koja must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoners will be made ready for the exchange. You need not to concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us, and when the hour of the exchange draws near, we'll call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I'm not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugane then. Tataru and the others will know must know of what has transpired here. Ugh. Words. Okay. My, it seems you are all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured I'll be the first to know of it. Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if urgent news should come from through the office. About that, I wish to apologize, Tataru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. It's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Soraban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Elheim should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Forgive me, Elheim. It would seem we have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I'll pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, not to acknowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Briol and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that the lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Empire? Okay, Asahi, what are you up to? Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. Your lord will be pleased. Interesting. Is she faking? We get to see what he said to her.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Imperial Medicus. Xenos!
Now leave me.
Yeah, question marks my ass. Look at this face and that hair. Come on. Oh my. Is that the end of the patch? I mean, we did get the cutscenes and everything. The new sun. Wow, that was quick. It was like 2 hours long for the whole patch. No dungeons or anything in that one. It was just story. Huh. Well, is what it is, I guess. Huh. It all escalates from here, I bet. So Xenos is alive. Asahi's planning something with this prisoner exchange. Yotsuyu seems that she isn't faking, but I guess she's gonna remember eventually. And more, I mean, I'm still... My theory would still be that Shadowbringers is going to be about Garlemald. We're still kind of stuck on them. I don't know. Maybe we'll actually go into the Empire. I don't know. Okay, so it's 10:45. I could start the next patch, or we could go back to Mass Effect. Omega or Hell's Lid, yeah. Let's do. Is Nova still here? Let's see. I think Nova's in another world. In a dungeon. I don't think we can do, I don't know. I was kind of expecting that there was going to be like a dungeon or something in the patch. I think that's the first time we've had a patch with no dungeon or trial. Hey, Lucats. Welcome to the stream. Dungeon boss is kicking your butt. Maybe I should go get the dungeon, the trial for Hell's Lid, and we could like queue up for that. That and patch 3.1 are the only ones without at least a dungeon or trial. Gotcha. I'm kind of torn on whether we just stop there for the night and do Mass Effect, or whether we keep going. You have to do a dungeon before unlocking the trial? We could do that tonight, maybe. Why don't we try and do this Hell's Lid dungeon to unlock the trial, and then from there we go back to Mass Effect. I'm so curious about what this is. This crazy big tower thing. I haven't done anything with that. That's the Stormblood Palace of the Dead equivalent. I didn't know there was more than one Palace of the Dead. Hope you haven't been waiting long, Elheim. My apologies for the delay. I thought it best to explain everything to Mistress Tataru on the way. Honestly, all he had to say was that he'd found a way to make up for Alphinaud's obscene expenditures. No matter how reckless or dangerous the scheme, if it balances the ledgers, I'm all up for it. There's a bunch of monsters living beneath us? What kind of place is this? Well, according to ancient legends, Hell's Lid is where the hero Tenzin defeated the host of Oni. Oni were foul, evil beings that tormented people of the Ruby Sea. And this island was home to many until Tenzin, together with the four lords, drove the Oni into the sea. For his heroic deeds, Tenzin was showered with riches, and then he journeyed deep into the mountains, far from the realms of men, and lived in solitude with his companions happily ever after. And now Elheim's being asked to drive the Oni away again? You misunderstand. What I told you was a fairy tale. To the best of my knowledge, no one has ever seen an Oni. If anything, many assume the tale refers to ancestors of the Kojin. What you're saying is that you've got no idea what waits for us down below, and in that case, I'll leave this to the experts. If you need me, I'll be hiding behind this rock over here. Hey, Shadow Koniko, how's it going? You did a thing! I saw you posted your Lords of Hellas Steam Community Workshop thing. I saw that. That's awesome, dude. By experts, I presume she means you and your adventuring companions. I do hope you're not counting on me to join you in the fight. Maybe we should set up a night, some night I can try and get my mods, Flame and Shadow, they have, and maybe even Dez. We can try and do a tabletop you know, get people together for it. How many people does it take to play that game? How much longer you got in your dungeon, Nova? Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I don't want to just sit here. Maybe we should do it without Nova, I guess. We can do that, I guess. It's gonna be too long. Rewards for this duty can be traded with itinerant moves. Dude! See a tank. Let's hit this whole room. Alright, here we go. Hill's lit. See what we're up for. Very ominous lava fall. Little lava beasts. Dance with me, buddy. I'm sprouting it, man. I'm a sprout. Sproutification. Hello. Nerdy Kabe. Huh. Okay. A hellish line. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, first boss. The hell is this thing? Takimaru, huh? Okay. Sure. So far, so good. one down. Hellish naked you mimic, bro. I'd honestly be more disturbed if the slugs weren't naked, right? Like they're wearing like bow ties and little vests or something. That'd be kind of weird. I'd be like, did these slugs used to be people? You know? I'd be disturbed. Maybe they mean naked in the fact that they don't have a shell, I guess. Alright, second boss. No thing. Ah, never mind. Mitachi. Okay. Finish this guy. Go on. 2 bosses down, 1 to go. Look at this place. Like a little underground city. Underground fortress or something. The only boss is you coming through. Nice. Thanks, Blair. Okay. Cutscene. Okay. Okay. Ginbu. All right. That's a pretty cool Final Fantasy V reference. And a little scary to fight him, I think. Okay, can't target anymore. Oh! Okay. We got a bar filling up. What do we gotta do here? Alright, that's it for that dungeon. Oh, I did a little turtle. I'll let the turtle version of Master Splinter. I expect to see 4 mutant rats that have trained under him. No loot from the final guy? That was an interesting little dungeon. Yeah, you're not wrong. That was a pretty easy dungeon. Perhaps we should turn him right side up. The hell? Okay. Oh ho ho, a marvelous performance, truly marvelous, but then you did best the Lord of the Revel. By the kami, a talking turtle. I don't even know where to begin with that one. That's funny. I trust you will forgive me for my deception. 'Tis something of far eastern tradition, the testing of strength and so forth. A bit of rote, perhaps, but anyway, welcome to Ryzen Temple. I am Genbu, guardian of this sacred place and leader of our little collective. Genbu, the self-same Genbu of the Tale of Tenzin? One of the four lords? Under normal circumstances, I would assume you named for the legendary being, but clearly this is anything but normal. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would meet a talking turtle. Everybody keeps looking at him when he says that. Oh, but every one of us here can speak your tongue. Is it truly so surprising? After all, we have each lived more than 1,000 years. I knew turtles were long-lived, but I had no idea that was even possible. In this wondrous land of ours, it is said that a beast which lives 1,000 years attains a measure of divinity. This temple is a place where such auspices may gather. But take not my word for it. Speak with my comrades and learn their tales, and we will talk of the endeavor after. We may well do as he says. Besides, who knows what valuable secrets some 1,000-year-old animals may know. Okay. This is a thing. There are 3 of them. Do they each have a trial? Are the trials just fighting them? Urigitsune, Kamitachi, Senri. This one. It's like a super fat cat. Alright, you know what? We're gonna stop Final Fantasy here for now. It's after 11. I don't think we're gonna do any trials tonight. We get back to Mass Effect. So it's not the end of the stream, but next time maybe we'll check this out and do 4.3. So I'll be right back, guys. We're gonna switch back over to Mass Effect. Don't touch that dial. Minus and Nova, thanks as always. Nova, I'm sorry you didn't get to join in today. I hope you're doing better in that dungeon now, and I hope your laptop stops overheating on you. But not what I was expecting after the Warring Triad. We go from the Warring Triad to look at that chubby kitty. And you finished it. That's great. Awesome. Well, time to get back to Commander Shepard and saving the galaxy. We will be back to Final Fantasy XIV on Wednesday, as always. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't go away. I'll be right back.